Barack Aukot and other presidential candidates also want to be part of the next next election.
Yeah, what are we calling it? Second round?
Second
Barack,
round.
is it a second round? Or
It's not a rerun.
It's not a runoff, it's not a rerun.
It's not a rerun.
No.
It is not a second round, as we are calling it.
Yes.
Things of second round are covered in Article 138.
And Barack is consulting the Constitution of Kenya right now.
Yeah, today
Yes.
I've also
You came armed.
come equipped just in case, you know.
Yes.
And a procedure at presidential election.
Yes.
138.
Yes.
And when you look at 138 from 5 all the way to 8, that is where they talk about a rerun. And the Constitution is very clear that that will be a rerun. And then you come to Article 140.
Yeah.
And Article 140 3 says if the Supreme Court determines the election of the president-elect to be invalid, a fresh election shall be held within 60 days after the determination. I don't think that those who drafted this constitution did not know that there was a difference between a rerun and a fresh election. Hence, they are giving us those two different articles, 138 and Article 140. And therefore, in my very well-considered view, the election that we are going to fall squarely within the ambit of Article 143. And the IEBC, Chebukati, Commissioner Wafula Chebukati, who comes from Emanyuria.
Also.
Yeah, well, not very far from Emanyuria.
The Emanyulians.
And others who work with him, they need to recognize that they have lost quite a bit of sheen. They've lost significant sheen. And they are walking the tightrope. And they need now to be doing things in a manner that is completely above board. When they say that they are going to have just the two names, Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta, they behave as if they are talking about Article 138 that I've just cited, that there is a rerun, and which talks about these two. I know that they also try to go by the authority of a previous kind of pronouncement that was made during the 2013 petition. But the spirit and letter of the Constitution is supreme. They cannot run away from it. This is a fresh election. At the very minimum, everybody who was on the ballot paper the last time should be there. It's not a rematch. A rematch is where you are saying, in fact, we played round 1, now we are going to play round 2. This is something completely fresh. And fresh is as fresh as fresh.
This would include new nominations, if need be.
In fact, that's why I said at the minimum. Because if it's not at the minimum, then the brackets ought to, in our interpretation, to be expanded further. And, you know, there is legalese on the one hand, and there is semantics on the other. I don't come on board as a lawyer. I only come on board as a linguist, student of linguistics. And therefore, the lawyers may find their own sense of meaning in idiom from what we linguists discover in idiom.
And Ekuru is a lawyer, so he says, Tutakutana kotini. He's still determined to run for president.
Yes, but given what he earned and what he got from the previous election, it will only be fair that for the first time, let's have a true two-horse race. Because just like I was saying, too many ballot names in the ballot papers, too much confusion, too much waste of time, a lot of it. And also, he did not even petition. Ndio mluka bwana.
You see, the elections were compromised. Okay? The court has determined that the elections were compromised. And we do not know the extent to which Aukot suffered. And I think we should advise ourselves to refrain from making remarks which are prejudicial to other people's rights. And Aukot has got his rights within the law. If he wants to run again, let him run. If Dida wants to run again, let him run. Even the other one who came from
the Washington, D.C.
Professor
DC. Kaluyu.
Yes. If he wants to run, let him run.
The Hot Breakfast with Jeff and Jalango.